And I think I came up with the solution. Basically, I just say we should wait till they're 12. I feel like by 12 years old, you know if that kid's going to be a dick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because like one of the biggest arguments with abortion is, you know, who knows if we gotten rid of some great people, some great artists, some, you know, the next president, a great philosopher. You know, I figure by 12, if the kid's sitting there eating paint chips, you know he ain't going to be shit. What's up, my peoples? Welcome back to another episode of Rated G. We are well into our 100th episode, past our 100th episode. We made a milestone for us, man. For me, it was exciting. I don't know how exciting it was for y'all, but for me, it was very exciting. I got an update from the last episode. My man Mark went in. He got the operation. The operation was a success. Both him and his son are doing well. And I'll be seeing him tomorrow.
Did his son get another kidney already also?
Yeah, he went in that night.
Oh, they do it the same day, bro.
The same day. Yeah, they don't play around, dog. They make sure they got the kidney and then they put it in there, man.
So, I wonder if they wait until it's Adam Mark before they put it into the kid.
Yes. They do Mark in the morning. They make sure they get Marks and he doesn't, you know,
have any complicate, or what if he has a complication or something and something gets wrong, like fucked up?
Then that puts a halt on everything. I think they have to get it out right and into that little container. Once it's in the container, they put the one in his son.
I had a boy dude who, well, he's doing it now. He has a transit van down in Miami and he does like courier service shit and he'll deliver organs sometimes.
Oof. I wouldn't want to drive around with that kind of shit, man.
Dude, it's funny. It's like in a little cooler, you know?
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't want to. I don't want to. I think I'd travel better with drugs than with kidneys.
Yeah.
I'd be less stressed. Kidneys, I'm a little stressed having someone's kidney in my car. But big up to Mark, man. I hope you're feeling even better today than you were yesterday. You're a warrior. And that's the reason why you're one of my best friends, man. My best friend. So I appreciate it, man. I appreciate that you're still here with us. I was a little nervous. I was concerned.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I expected it to go well, but it's like plane flights. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I expect to land, but if it didn't, no one's going to be like, wow, that never happened before.
You know what's funny is like everyone flies all the time, but everyone always sends the text, hey, we're about to take off.
Yeah.
Talk to you when I land. And then you say, I love you. Like I always text my girl and I always text my parents.
Dude, you've made my list.
Time.
You've made my list. If I get on a plane, you're going to get a text telling you I love you and that, you know, I'll see you on the other side. Hopefully.
I'm pretty sure I talk to you every time I fly too, bro. Right? Just about. Yeah. I talk to you every time
I'm also very excited.
Mm-hmm.
I got my Rated G mugs. We got our mugs, baby. Where are yours? All right. You need to cop one of these bad boys. And on the back, I can't lie. It's just so beautiful to see my shit in print, man. It's my ignorance that makes me adorable. Cop yours at itsallgood.net. Right?
No, dog.
It was good.net. And it was good.
And it was good.net.
And it was good.net.
Mm-hmm.
And it was good.net. Yep. Get yours. I got mine. I copped like 5 of these bad boys. So there's some
sick.
gifts going out.
They're sick. They're nice, right? And they look good. It's not a cheap quality, man. $15, people. It's a really
great.
Nice mug.
Look, I got fucking, it keeps shit cold. There's like, you know,
a little condensation.
Condensation.
Yeah.
And I could be wrong, but I think my drinks taste better.
They do. They do. Bro.
I could be wrong, but I feel like this is the best high C I ever had in my life. So if you ain't got your mug, go to anditwasgood.net and cop your mug, baby. I got mine.
What a great way to wake up, right? You know?
Yeah, it felt good, man. The minute I got it, I went out and got coffee.
Dude, we need to get Rated G rolling papers, bro.
We definitely do. I got to tap into that business somehow, right?
I mean, it's a saturated market. I mean, you know, basically you would just need a couple grand to make labels and then you just got to try to sell them, you know? It's like making a t-shirt, you know? Just buy the wraps and then slap
And
the
by the way, there's still a few t-shirts left also. There's still a few t-shirts left of the limited edition llama shirts. My limited edition llama shirts have been selling like crazy. There's a few left. So if you're interested, inbox me. Or even better, come to a show, cop one in person. I'll sign it. We'll take a picture. We'll have a great time.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, man. So all week long, man. What's going on? Are my eyebrows out of whack?
No, I'm checking mine. I think mine are a little out of whack.
My shit's go crazy, dog.
I know.
I'm telling you, man. I'll get an eyebrow. I'll wake up one day and there'll be one in my eye. And I'll be like, what the fuck? And that shit will be like this long, yo.
Bro, I get so hairy. I think you can probably see it, but I get hair that grows.
Oh yeah, yeah. I get hair everywhere but the top of my head now. Now it just grows out of everywhere but the top of my head.
Yeah, it's almost like underneath eyebrows is what I grow. I grow eyebrows above and below my eyes.
Yeah. I think if you just let it grow, you just be a big bushy fucking Ewok. So yeah, man, I had noticed. I don't know if they didn't allow any hunting this year, but the deer out here are insane.
Oh, a lot of them?
Dude, they're everywhere, man. And they've been jumping out at me left and right, where I was like, fuck, man, something doesn't. So last night, driving on the Garden State, I ran over a deer.
You hit one, bro?
I didn't hit it. I ran over it. It had gotten hit before I got there. I was in the left lane, and it was right, big ass deer in the middle of the left lane. I had to swerve onto the shoulder, but unfortunately, I ran over its face. And
did it have?
I mean, it's the best part to run over.
Yeah. It didn't have antlers, right?
Well, I ran over the front of his face.
Oh, nice.
I didn't catch the antlers. I caught like the snout. It popped. It's horrible. It was a horrible sound. I heard it in the car. And then this morning when I got up to go get breakfast, I went by the car and I looked, and there was just blood all over the tires and like little bits of deer hair in the tires and the grit. So I had to go wash the car. I felt like Goodfellas washing blood off my tires. And then I thought about Joe Pesci. We hit a deer, so I'm gonna need this knife.
Yeah, I don't have the picture hanging up yet. I got
nothing hanging up. I'm very upset that your background is still plain white, but that's all right, man.
Yeah,
my beautiful background makes up for both of us. The beautiful Sade makes up for both of us. But yeah, so I hit a deer. I felt horrible because in all my time of driving, I never ran over an animal.
I run over people. It was already dead though, right?
It was dead, but even still, man, I felt real bad. Like the music went low. I slowed down. I was doing 85 miles an hour when I ran over it.
Yeah.
So big up to that deer, man.
How was it getting the fur out of there? Did you have a lot of fur? That's the worst part.
There was do they call it fur?
Yeah, it's fur. Yeah, hair, fur.
Yeah, I don't know. I call it deer hair, which is hard to say for me. I'm sorry. You don't even want to try. It's just deer hair. It's fucking hard to say. I'm sorry.
Deer hair.
Yeah. All right. There you go.
Deer hair. But I was trying to say it like.
But I'm just saying, like, I didn't know they called it fur. I didn't know they called it fur.
If you say it really fast, it'll sound like how you say the word idea.
I don't think so, but I get where you're going. But I just feel horrible, man. I did. Fuck you. I've managed to be able to swerve around them for like all my driving, my whole history of driving. This time I couldn't get around it. I was taking a sip of coffee too at the time. So I only had one hand.
Coming back down from New York, I assume.
Yeah.
I hit a deer with my buddy on the way to school one time, and you know the White Horse Pike. You ever drive through Acco?
Yeah, I know the White Horse Pike.
Yeah, you can take it through Acco, and in Acco in Waterford, there's the old White Horse Pike.
What's Acco?
Acco's just a town that's off the White Horse Pike, like past Hamilton towards Philly. You know where Lindenwald is?
I never really took it that far.
Oh, yeah. Well, you're not missing much, bro.
I doubt I am.
Yeah, it kind of sucks. So there's the old White Horse Pike, right? And I lived in Atco, so I used to have to go east to Hamilton High. And the old White Horse Pike, no cops, no lights. So when you're running late to school, you jump onto the old White Horse Pike because you can do 90 down that when you can only do like 50, 55 on the regular White Horse Pike, right? So I'm doing that with my boy and I'm driving and me and him are just talking and it's probably like 7:30 in the morning and I hear him just go, wow, boom. And I smacked a deer, bro.
Did it go
Cranked it,
flying?
bro. Yeah, it went flying. So I was driving like this and it came out of the woods and it was jumping and I hit it in the air and it clipped
Yeah.
this side, then hit the windshield and then flew back, dude. It went mad far behind. We couldn't find it. We tried to find it.
Oh,
We
it probably
couldn't find
jumped up and ran.
Yeah, maybe.
It probably
Yeah,
took that hit like a trooper. If you hit the
yeah,
legs, it took that hit like a trooper. Fucked up ankle.
yeah. I mean, I mean, it definitely
Did it
died.
have
It died.
ankles?
It died later that day.
You think it did?
Oh yeah, yeah. Dude, a broken leg or something like that. If one of these things breaks an ankle or leg, they're pretty much toast. You know.
Really? You don't think it could hobble around for a little while? It's not
It's
like we
not.
got wolves and shit out there. There's no lions out
I
there.
don't think
Can it
the
just
other.
like lean against a tree and
I
nibble
don't
on
know
the
if the
grass
other
around
deers will
it?
take care of that deer. You know, I don't know if
They
they're
be
that
hanging
smart.
tight, right? Deers be hanging tight, dude. They have clicks.
Who do you think
They
got the
got,
tough? Who do you think got the toughest deers out there?
I don't know, dude. When I was in I forgot where I was, but I didn't even get reception. It was horrible. And as you drove, everyone drove F-150s.
Oh yeah.
Everyone. And they were reinforced fronts.
Is this in New
Everyone.
Jersey or is this like Ohio? It sounds
Nah,
like
this was
Ohio.
like in this was like in some redneck fucking place I
Ohio,
was at.
Ohio,
No, it wasn't
Kentucky.
Ohio. It was like
Mm.
Wisconsin or some crazy shit.
Okay, yeah.
Some crazy, it was like I forgot where we were, but it
They
was
got big ass deer out there,
I
bro.
was pissed because I couldn't get reception. So when I had to make calls, I would have to drive around the fucking area with my hand out until I got bars
Mm,
and then make the call.
mm.
So one night I had to do that and I was pissed because I had a spot right in front of the hotel that I wanted to keep. And when I came back, someone was in my spot and I was pissed. But the next day I woke up and that dude's car that took my spot was riddled with shotgun pellets because they were hunting deer across the street, came too close to the street, and they shot up his car.
Huh.
So I'm like, all right, well, I guess, that's why you never
Wait,
know. I
wait,
was
what
saying, you don't know if
happened?
shit's fucked up yet.
He
I was
parked
originally parked in a spot.
right.
I had to move to get reception. So I drove around the town. And by the time I got back,
I got that
someone,
part, but why did the guy's car get shot?
because across the street was the woods and they were hunting and they came, there's a certain line they're not supposed to
Uh,
cross, but they came past that line, shot, and they wound up riddling up this dude's fucking car with shotgun fucking pellets.
that's crazy, bro.
So shit.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
Imagine if he was like putting his kids in the car. And they were like, that's normal out there. I'm like, what are you fucking talking about? That's normal, dude. There's nothing normal about that.
It's a really bad shot. Like, how would you not know what direction you're in? Or you're too close to the road to be hunting. Isn't that like
Exactly.
Hunter? Isn't that like Hunter 101 to not shoot
I mean,
somebody?
what if someone was driving by and you just shot him in the face while you're driving by? But I mean, it worked out for me,
Right.
which was the whole point of the story.
Correct.
Fucked up for that dude, worked out for me. Everything always comes up, G.
I was gonna say it, bro, but you said it. You said it first.
Everything always comes up, G, man. But yeah, man. So I knew it was bound to happen. I'm glad I didn't hit it. Like if I would have been over any more over to the right, I would have hit the antlers. That shit would have definitely fucked me up. Anything past that, I'm hitting the body. Now we're talking major damage to the car. So thank you, Lord, for thank you, Jesus, for holding my wheel. When they say Jesus take the wheel, Jesus took the wheel.
Do you have a little plastic Jesus on your dash? What
I
do you
got
got?
the
You got the dice?
I got dice.
You got dice?
Yeah, they're official. I got a ticket for them already.
That's right. We talked about that. But
Yeah,
it's good that you have them there for that
yeah,
reason to get the
yeah.
ticket.
To get the ticket. Yeah, but I'll take that. Even though I was late on the ticket. I was late paying the ticket. I don't know. And the funny thing is, I knew I was going to pay it. So I don't even know why I didn't just bring it upstairs and just pay it.
You left it in the mailbox?
I left it in my car.
Oh, okay. I'd be leaving shit in the mailbox sometimes,
What,
bro.
you mean you have it in your hand and you put it in the mailbox?
Nah, if there's like a bill or something that I don't want
Oh,
to pay,
I go in my
I'll just leave it.
mailbox, I open it up. I still get mail from my father.
Oh, really?
He's been dead for 4 years. I'm waiting for them to give him a credit card.
Dude, you should
If,
sign up for one.
if they give him a credit
Bro,
card, I'm taking that shit
sign up for one, bro. You kidding
and
me?
then maxing it out.
Dude, try to sign up for one, bro. You're tripping for not trying to do that shit, dog. You're tripping, bro. I need a new computer, dog. Come on, bro. Yeah, see if you
We'll
get like a
talk about it.
$10,000 limit
We'll talk about it on the
after
other
the
on the
show.
extra shit after the show on the
Cut.
extra. I will not be doing that.
No, yeah, I would never do that. I would never do something that dishonest and wrong, especially against your father, man.
I
would never
I
do
keep
something.
hoping that there's a check in there for me somewhere, man. Like, something forgotten, but it's not.
And my dad always looks up those
But
like
it's like four. I think it's now. Yeah, it's 4 years later, and they're still sending them fucking mail. I wonder who'll get my mail. Will anybody get my mail once I'm gone?
you should forward it to me, bro. I'd love to see what kind of mail comes in.
It's all garbage. It's all bills and fucking.
Did you get
credit
anything?
cards.
Did you get anything in the mail from? Did you get anything else in the mail recently?
Now the last things I gotten in the mail was my mugs, my hat,
Nice.
my new hat.
Oh, you got the Sherling too, right?
And my Sherlin. Yeah.
How's that working out? It's warm up there right now, isn't it?
Right now it's beautiful out here,
Yeah,
dog.
it's nice here too, bro.
The white dudes are wearing shorts. It's fucking like I don't think it's that beautiful, but all the white dudes are in shorts. Yeah, it's nice out here, man. It's got to be like 77, 78.
That's a funny fucking joke, man. All the white guys are wearing shorts. It's really funny.
I mean, it's just the truth, dude. It gets the sun pops out and all the legs come out for these dudes, man.
There was always
the whole my legs don't get cold crew comes out.
There was always the one kid on the school bus, bro. We had this kid, Jake, and he had some crazy Polak last name, bro.
Yo, now that I'm not gonna deal with, dude. That's a fucking
Oh, come on, bro.
derogatory term right
I'm
there.
Polish. I'm part Polish, 25%.
Oh, you are Polish.
Bro.
Oh, then you can say Polak. Okay.
All right, yeah. So some dumb Polak fucking name, bro.
I mean, if you are one, you could say it, right?
Yeah. So, but dude, the dude was big, bro. Like he was, and the family that I have that is Polish, they have those same, like, dude, they're tall, big people. Yeah.
My godmother's Polish. She's a big woman, not big in this sense, just a big.
My grandmother's tall. Polish. She's like 5'10", But yeah, this kid on the bus, bro, it could be 20 degrees outside in shorts.
Yeah, well, he's a big kid. His legs don't get cold.
Yeah, but I mean, still, bro. I mean, there's always those guys that no matter, like, I can't do that shit.
Yo, dude, I want to say my new abortion bit that I've been doing has been killing. No pun intended. But fuck it, it's there. So let's use the pun. Yeah, it's been killing, dog. It's been killing.
You want to? Well, I want to hear.
No, you're gonna have to come out of here, man. You have to come out of here.
I'm gonna be up.
But I got some I was on some mushrooms the other day and I had some thoughts, and I think I came up with the solution. Basically, I just say we should wait till they're 12. I feel like by 12 years old, if that kid's gonna be a dick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because like one of the biggest arguments with abortion is, who knows if we gotten rid of some great people, some great artists, the next president, a great philosopher. I figure by 12, if the kid's sitting there eating paint chips, he ain't gonna be shit. You know what I'm saying? So, now you could, if you want. You know what I'm saying? Like, you give him to 12, I feel like we'll have a lot more people that'll be like, fuck it, I'll keep it. Like I didn't even want mama until like the third day. And then I was like, fuck it, I'll keep her. She's cute. I don't know if it's the right answer, but I will say this. We will have a lot more well-behaved 11-year-olds.
You're no doubt about that.
11-year-olds are not going to fuck around. You know what I'm saying? You tell an 11-year-old, go to sleep now, or next year you go to sleep forever. That kid is going to, he'll be right asleep, dude, snoring like a baby.
What do you think the method of euthanization should be for these 12-year-olds?
I say the mother and father, one grabs the feet, the other grabs the hands, and you just 300 that motherfucker.
What about a hole, dude? A hole would be really cool if they just had a really big hole in the center.
Now holes have like holes filled with bodies have a bad. There's a
Put it on
bad
the
thing
put it
with
on
that.
the edge of town, dog.
Yeah, the edge of town. You just throw them. Let them just fucking build up as
near
like a
near,
mountain.
near the
You know?
railroad tracks in the low income neighborhood, bro. Just put it over
Nah,
there.
nah. I think you do it like in an area where there's really nothing going on, but there's like some real good high mountains,
Nah,
right?
man. No, no, no,
Because
no,
no,
no, no, no, no,
listen,
no.
you're not
Because
hearing me out. You're not hearing me out. The reason why you do it someplace like kind of nice with mountains where you can chuck them, and then you keep them outside on the ground, just piling up, right? And you
oh,
use that to drive your kids to when they're like 9, 10, old enough to understand.
mhm.
And they'd be like, "What's that?" And you'd be like, "That's the baby mountain." Well, they're not babies no more. That's the fucking bad kid mountain or whatever the fuck you want to call it. And you tell them that's what happens to 13 to 12-year-olds if they fuck around and they don't listen to their parents. We chuck them off that fucking mountain and look at all the kids that didn't listen to their parents. Now look at them. You know, I don't know. I think I'm on to something.
Yeah, what are you gonna call it? Mount Kill Kids. Mount Kill Kitties.
Mount Kilmore.
Mount Killmore.
I'm just saying, I think I'm on to something. But keep in mind, I was on mushrooms when I came up with these thoughts.
Surprising that it got that dark.
I think it's genius because it has everything. It has consequence on both ends. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like the parents should have to pay a consequence. You shouldn't get over so easy on just, and it's not even like you're getting over easy.
Now, see,
It's a
here's
horrible thing. So you're not even getting over easy, but they try to make it like you're getting over easy. And even still, with all that drama, it's like what, one day, other than the mental drama.
right.
But like this way, you got to do 12 years. You got to do 12 years. You know what I'm saying? You fucked around, got drunk, didn't use a condom, and you fucked around. You gotta do 12 years now. Now you're in it for 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's
those are
almost
the
like,
easy years, really. So you're still kind of getting
well,
old.
the diaper changing shit. That's gotta suck.
It's nothing, man. Come on, it's nothing. I was a great diaper changer, boy. I didn't play. Roll it up into a little ball.
Kobe.
I didn't play. Yeah, I would Kobe them all the time. I would just whack them off my fucking ex-wife's head. Just throw them at her.
Oh,
Like those,
man.
remember when you used to wet paper tissues in the bathroom and throw them on the wall?
Yeah,
Throw them
dude.
on, it was like that in my house, just diapers stuck to the ceiling.
Stop,
I
bro.
just,
It's
I
the
just
foulest shit I've ever
toss it
heard,
to
bro.
the
Please,
ceiling.
please, please.
It just
Oh,
sticks to the
dude.
ceiling.
Ugh.
Imagine you came over your people's house. You walk in, the whole house is all nice, but you look up at the ceiling and you see fucking diapers stuck to the fucking ceiling.
And then where the ones that fell off, it would
A
just be like
couple of them
a
are
little
hanging.
brown, yeah, a little
A
brown
couple of them hanging.
stain.
You can see if it was like a number one or a number two. There'll be some that was just, nothing but piss, just big saggy. Blah! Those are the ones that'll be like kind of peeling. And they tell you, make yourself at home. They say, sit down over here, and then you sit down and you look above, and there's one that's peeling right above your head. You're like, nah, I'll sit over there. Nah, that's grandpa's chair. You can't sit there. I'll stand. I'm gonna stand underneath that little spot that doesn't have diapers hanging in the ceiling.
Say, can you smell the litter box? We have a couple cats. No, no, I can't.
It's funny, your house doesn't smell like litter at all. You come in, you're like, you got a cat? Nah. You let the dog shit in the house? Nah. All right.
That's like my one fear with like the kids, bro. Like I've realized the older I've gotten, the more and more I realized I have, pretty bad OCD, with like shit, around the house and stuff like that.
Listen, man, you train them right. My kids, I did music all my life, and I used to have like my stereo and everything like on the floor. I collect my LP, my records, my CDs, everything was on the floor.
Yeah, but it was
You
organized
know,
though, bro. I don't
it
strike you
was.
for somebody who was ever be disorganized or
Oh no, no, it was all
unclean. Yeah,
organized. They were in, they were in milk crates.
yeah.
Like the records were in milk crates, the fucking CDs were in milk crates,
What kind of crates?
milk crates. What I say, milk crates, whatever. Right? They were in milk crates. And
Just call it moo juice, bro. Moo juice.
what's moo juice?
Milk.
Oh, moo
Moo.
juice. All right,
Moo. Yeah.
whatever.
Moo.
They were in milk crates, right? And I said it right just now. Go fuck yourself. Um, but like my kids never fought with it. They never put nothing in my VCR. They never put, back in my day we had VCRs, and they never fuck with my DVD player when the DVDs came out. My Xbox, they never fuck with my video games. Never fucked with any of my shit, dog. None of it.
How is their stuff though? Their rooms, were they clean? Were they organized?
They were
That kind of
kids,
shit?
man. I mean, I'd make them clean it by the end of the day,
Right.
but they'd make a mess for no fucking reason.
Oh, dog.
They do. They make them. They take this out. Take out what you're gonna play with, and they never put it back. And then they take. I try to tell them, put that back before you take. But kids are kids. That they're gonna do. You kind of stay on it. I used to stay on top of that too. I did the daddy home shit. I stayed at home dad for a while.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna do that. I mean, my fiance, she's killing it at her job. So
Yeah. So I mean, I did it for a little while. It takes.
I think that would be
work.
fun though, bro. Stay at home dad, bro. Turn some music on.
Well,
in the
I mean, you'd
morning,
also still be doing other shit
cleaning.
though. That's the thing.
Well,
You still
video
have to-
stuff.
Yeah,
video.
you'd still be doing
video.
work because we'd still be doing this and
Right. Yeah.
and it don't matter. I mean, when I had the dog interrupted all our shit like every episode.
Right.
So, when your kids start screaming, you just bring them on the fucking podcast. Oh my God.
I can just mute.
Oh
I'll get
God.
I'll get a mute button, then I can mute my mic, and then you can rant, and then I'll I can chime back in.
Every parent understands, and no one will admit it. No parent will admit it, but I will admit it. Every parent understands how you could shake the shit out of a kid. Every parent understands. No one like that shaking death syndrome is a fucked up one, man, because, like no one I think really is intending, they're just trying to shut that fucking baby up. You know what I'm saying? Like, they lose it. That's why you can't pick them up sometimes. You just gotta leave them there, go into another room, let them cry. If they're crying, they're okay.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But like, I get it. I never did it. I knew better that like when I was fucking, because I think it happens very like, and whenever I was feeling edgy, I would just kind of, I can't pick you up. I'm about to leave you there for a second, mama. You know what I'm saying? I go into the living room, smoke a blunt, relax, come back in and be like, okay, baby, what's the matter with my baby? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Weed saves lives, man.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure. Especially with that kind of shit.
Which brings me back to my abortion solution, which is not only we have much better, well-behaved 11-year-olds, but we'll have a bunch of appreciative 13-year-olds. They earned it.
Right. Imagine how good they'll be in school, bro.
That's what I'm saying. They earned it because they'll already be used to living like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like the elephant. You use something that it can't move at first, and then afterwards, all you got to do is put a little fucking stake in the ground. It feels the pull. And then it doesn't move anymore because they never forget. And it remembers when it was young, it couldn't pull that shit out because it was attached to something that was solid. But now they use those little stakes and that big ass elephant just keeps in check.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I
That's
don't
how
know.
you never wondered how they can keep an elephant tied down with a stake in the like, you ever noticed they just put those stakes in the thing and tie it to a stake to its leg? And that shit stays in check because the minute it feels the pull, the resistance, it remembers when it was young how it would try to pull it and it couldn't.
Yeah,
and
but
that stays with them.
you don't think it would try it again?
Well, I mean, if it's angry or scared or something like that, sure.
Right.
But if it's
trained,
if it's a trained elephant and it's happy and docile, it's gonna feel that and it's gonna chill.
I would love to fucking hang out with a couple of elephants, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool. I mean, they're really intelligent. like really intelligent, and they
True.
get old.
I probably have a better conversation with the elephant than I do with your ass. What about giraffes? You think you'd want to hang out with a giraffe? I don't think I'd want to hang out with a giraffe.
Nah, I don't like anybody that tall, you know.
That's like real big, man. I don't even think I come up to a giraffe's knee.
I don't know. Let's see how tall they are.
They are tall. I once saw giraffes having sex. Horrible experience. I mean, I was a little kid going through the Great Adventure Safari,
Great Adventure
or,
Safari is
or
fun.
it could have been Jungle Habitat. You don't know what's up with Jungle Habitat.
Nah, where's that at?
Jungle Habitat was in Jersey, and they used to have the Looney Tune characters. And it was one big that they'll like, you know, how you have Great Adventures. This was
Yeah.
Jungle Habitat. The whole ride was nothing more than a big ass safari that you drove through. That was the whole entire ride. And then, you know, you got into the park and they had like a couple of little kiddie rides and shit, but there were no roller coasters or nothing like that. The whole ride was you drove around in this open fucking safari.
Yeah, they say
Um,
everything's still there at Jungle Habitat.
Everything is still there, but yeah, it's probably creepy. We should go there one
I
day.
know, dude. Yeah, yeah. I would. There's actually there's a couple empty theme parks in
Yeah, I saw something
Jersey.
with the greatest theme park. I forgot what it was called, but
It's
like
like super fast, right? They had the like crazy rides or some shit. And a bunch of people died,
it,
right?
it was well, that happened in with Action Park.
Action Park. That's what I was thinking of.
That
Action
was the
Park.
one where a lot of people, well, you know, a lot of people, some people died, but a lot of people just got really injured. Every fucking, like, I remember going on that one ride where it was like a hill that you go down like
Oh,
this.
Action Park is now Mountain Creek.
Yeah. Yeah. It was like a
They
lot of go-karts but like their
damn.
go-karts went real fast. Like it was real, like I was going up the ride and they were telling you to keep your hands and feet, legs in the car. And while you walked up this long ass fucking step, nothing but pictures of people who didn't keep their hands and knees in the car. And it was nothing but like crazy pictures of road rash. It looked like close-up pictures of chlamydia that wasn't taken care of.
Ah, dude.
That's what it looked like just all these up-close pictures of all these fucking road rash knees and elbows and faces.
There's actually a documentary on HBO Max about Action Park. It's called Class Action Park.
Because people were getting sued left and right, dude.
Yeah.
And you know what happened with Jungle Habitat? The animals got out. The animals kept getting out. You know what I'm
Really?
saying? You get a lion escaping in Jersey. There's a problem there.
In fucking Vernon. No, where is this shit
There's a
at?
problem there,
It's
dude.
in Milford, I think.
I still got, you know, the flags that you get. You know, like when you go to those places, they have those flags, like they're like a long triangle.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You
Pennant.
know,
They're called the pennant.
pennant.
Pennant,
Boom.
like a
I
baseball pennant.
still got my Jungle Habitat pennant.
Oh, that's cool.
I wonder if that's worth any money. Probably not. Look it up. Jungle Habitat pennant. Let's see if I'm sitting on something. It's in good condition too. I'm surprised I didn't fuck it up. It was great. I ain't gonna lie. That place was dope because once you got in, it was like, you know, they had a bunch of little kid shits, you know, and you'd eat mostly food and things to buy at that point. But they had all the characters from Looney Tunes. So instead of Mickey Mouse, they had Bugs Bunny.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man. Bring up
Mm.
those pennants. I want to see if they got mine on there, man. That's pretty dope. There it is. That's the exact one I got right there. I still got that shit, yo.
1972, huh?
Oh shit, I was 2 years old. How do I remember that? Oh, so then that's not definitely I saw the two giraffes fucking in in
Great adventure.
Great Adventures, yeah.
Yeah,
But how
30,
much is that? Twenty
30
nine ninety nine. It's not even worth shit. I'll keep it.
Dude, it's just cool, man. I love you
I'll
know,
keep it.
you,
But that's the one. That's crazy.
what year were you born?
70.
70. See, my dad was born in 60. So he was into the cartoons that were, I mean, older than really the age group you're in. But the memorabilia, man, from the 60s and the 70s is the fucking
It's the
shit.
best. And you know what I just realized, man? My
What?
memory is a lot better than I thought. Because the memories I have of Jungle Habitat, I have from being 2 years fucking old. That's crazy. And I have memories of that. I remember it.
Yeah. What
You know,
you think
I mean,
that's
I
a
would have never guessed I was two. Never. The fact that I remember it, I would have thought I was like at least 12.
what's the
But
earliest
wow, look at
memory
that.
you have? You think that's it?
What?
You think that's it? Jungle Habitat? You think that's the earliest memory you got?
It's hard to say now because now I have a lot of memories of Queensbridge, and I was in Queensbridge till I was 6. So
It's hard to tell what year was
so all
what.
those
Yeah, right.
memories are before I was 6. I
Right.
remember being in my house one day left alone for the first time ever. And and it wasn't like I was at an age yet where even back then they left kids alone, but my mom's had to run to the store. I mean, they would leave a kid my age alone to run to the store, you know. And I have the memory of I don't know who came home early, but the I had put the chain on the door because I got scared, so I put the chain on the door, and the door opened up, and like they were hitting the chain, and that shit scared the shit out of me, man. I was like terrified. Yeah, I have
Queen,
memories from Queensbridge a lot. I remember we had those. Remember those runners that they used to put in the hallways? Those plastic runners
yeah,
that
for
went
like
on
if they were
over the rug.
if they were doing like work or something like that
No, it
sometimes.
was like Puerto Ricans. We had it because it was a
Oh,
high
you're talking about
traffic area
you're talking about in the house.
in the house.
I thought you were talking about in the hallway. Yes,
Yeah,
I do.
no.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
Yeah, and then
100%. I know what you're talking
underneath it,
about.
remember it had those spiky things underneath it
Yes. Yeah,
to
yeah,
keep it
yeah,
from
yeah.
sliding on the rug. So it had
Yeah.
like these spikes across the whole fucking thing, just a bunch of spikes. So I used to take that, and before I went to bed, when everyone went into the room, I turn it upside down with the spikes facing up. So that when my brother or like anyone in the house went to go use the bathroom at night, they'd walk on that shit, and that shit would hurt. It would literally poke a hole in your foot if you didn't lift it. If you literally stepped on it and you went all the way in, it would poke a hole in your foot. Those things, yeah. I used to turn those shits over. Oh my God, dude. I used to get in so much trouble. And then I think about it, man, that's kind of evil. And I couldn't be any older than 6 years old.
You were just scared, dude. That was like boogeyman shit.
No, 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 no. That I used to turn upside down before I went to bed just to fuck with my family.
Oh,
Because it would be hysterical when I was sleeping and I hear someone just screaming out of nowhere, God, just bug out, scream, and it hurt like a motherfucker. It hurt like a motherfucker. My brother did it to me once. He caught me once because I used to catch him all the time.
that's
Or we turn
crazy,
that shit
bro.
over, you go walking on it, and it usually took like at least 2 steps
Damn, bro.
before you realized. Because you're
Queens.
waking up in the middle of the night, going to use the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? It's the last thing you're expecting is to step on fucking spikes.
What a fucking dick, bro.
I am, and I wasn't even 6 years old. The oldest I could have been was 6. I was destined, you know what I'm saying, to be like a fuck up, I guess, right? Because I wasn't even 6, and I was doing horrible shit like that, man. You would hear them like, ooh,
Had to get pissed.
oh
How many
yeah,
people was it in your house? It was your mom and
more.
your dad,
Me,
and
my
then
dad, my brother, and me.
yeah, your brother.
Me, my dad, my brother, and my mother. I said me twice. That would have been 5.
Is
You
it
know,
these high rises, or
that's
is it
Queensbridge, right? No, that's
in
right
the
there. The
front?
ones you're looking at right there.
What's this? Do
Yeah,
you know? In
that
the back?
is. All
Some
right,
other.
so that's Queensbridge, right? Hold on.
Yeah.
So that's Queensbridge. The ones right, not no, right below those,
Oh,
that's
these.
Ravenswood.
Oh, okay.
That would be Ravenswood. And then right over there, those are deeper. That's like mad deeper. That's more in Astoria. That's not even like a project because Astoria projects is past that.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, remember we went on one of our podcasts back in the day. We went to my old neighborhood through Google Maps. Remember that?
Oh, did we? Yeah, maybe we'll.
Yeah, you remember we took a trip through the neighborhood. We went to the front of my building. We
Oh,
were able to
yeah.
look around. Yeah, I remember that one. That was a great episode, man. That was a great fucking episode. You people should check that shit out, man. It's probably on the AC Jokes page.
It's actually pretty funny. I was going through all my old podcasts because I've been doing podcasts now for 5 years, and I
Yeah.
just wanted to see just a rough guess of how many shows and episodes I've been on, and I think it's like somewhere 200 plus episodes, 300 plus hours of shows. 75% of which are the show. 75 to 85
Me and
percent.
Eleanor were talking about you.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Anything good?
Nothing but good. She regards you very highly. Big up to
Oh,
Eleanor.
yeah.
She was gonna come on the show today, but she had to take her mother to church.
Uh,
She's a good woman.
yeah. Wow.
Yeah, she regards you very highly.
That's
We
great.
were talking about, what do we need to do to get you out there, and blown up as the producer that you are.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah, nothing but good things said about you, dog.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that. It's
You
fun,
know,
man. It's fun.
you're
It's
doing
fun.
good things, man. Your name is being spoken in rooms you haven't even walked into. You know, and that's a good thing.
Cheers to all the comedians that I've worked with, past, present, and future. I really couldn't think of better people to work with, or
Uh,
better kind of
there are
video
so
to
many better
shoot.
people you could work with than comedians. We're the fucking worst, man.
Yeah, but this,
Fucking.
bro, this is
I mean,
great.
this is great because you
This
work
is
with me. I'm a great dude,
well, of
man.
course, you have to work with good comedians.
Yeah, they're
You know,
so fucking whatever. Big up to the Grizzly Pair who had their grand opening on, I think it's 54th Street,
Pew,
the
pew, pew,
Midtown
pew, pew, pew.
Grizzly Pair.
Also, Adam Gabel. When is he shooting his
Adam
tape?
Gable, we will have him on. Actually, we're gonna have him on soon.
Cool.
He's gonna be shooting his recording. He's recording an album. He's doing that December 8th, which is also my daughter's birthday, and I will be on that show. He has really honored me with being on that show. Yeah, y'all need to go grab those tickets, man. Adam Gable is gonna be playing at the West Side Comedy Club. December 8th. Go to West Side Comedy Club. Click on the calendar. December 8th, my man Adam Gable and myself is gonna be there with a couple of other great comedians. But he's gonna be doing a recording. So come out and support my brother, man. He deserves it. He's one of the funniest writers of our time. I'm telling you that right now, people. You know what I talk about.
I would
I'm
have to
on
agree with
point.
that, bro. He's one of the most fantastic writers that I know.
And not even just like in comedy. He's a great writer. He knows how to use words, man.
A Smith, a fucking wordsmith, bro.
Mm,
A
mm.
wordsmith. He really is.
I would agree with that, man.
Big fan of Gable.
Yeah, man.
When we were doing the AC Jokes tapings with everybody way back when, he was doing the lighting, and we were actually we were going, I think, down the
He's an Emmy
stairs.
Award lighting director, right? And you know how mad he is that they changed all the lights right when we filmed it. It wasn't his settings, and yet his name is on it. And he's like so upset. He likes having his name as a credit, but he's like, that's not the lighting that I did. And I
It
get
got
it.
all fucked up, bro. We needed someone there to run the board.
Yeah,
You know.
I get
Um,
it. There was a lot of things fucked up in that, but we did it ourselves. We put it out for our first me and you, our first project we ever did together. I actually think that's where we bonded. We were tedious on that one, man.
and it
And
came out great, bro.
I think I'm happy. I mean, sound wise, we could only do so much because you have to have something to work with from the jump, and what we were doing just wasn't the right sound. But other than that, man, on the phone it sounds great. Like the smaller
Oh yeah, 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 yeah,
the
yeah.
smaller the thing you listen to it on,
Hmm.
the better it
Yeah, if you
sounds.
had some earbuds in, bro, and you're watching on your phone, that shit probably sounds and probably
Yeah.
looks
When
great
I
too.
watch on my big screen, it just the
Uh,
sound you definitely hear like the fact that the crowd you can't really hear the crowd as much as you should, and that's where you realize that it just didn't capture the fucking electricity that really went on that night.
I would love to
That
shoot
night,
another one, bro. I think we should. I think we
that
should.
night was an amazing night. Amazing show wise. After the show, I was with everybody that night, man. ICU came down, fucking Brian was there. The motherfuckers who really have love showed up. My man Mark was there. Fucking Mike was there. That shit was crazy, yo. And I got fucked up. I was fucked up on that second set too. Leave it to me. Leave it to me. I got to film a special, and I was fucked up. The second one, I was just like, blah.
It was
And it
funny,
was all
dude.
new. And I made up 90% of that material right there on the stage. I wish I would have filmed it like 3 months later once I took that material and I actually worked it all
Yeah,
out
the
and it all
material was good though,
became real
bro.
bits. You know,
I think it was a good first one.
it was fun. It was fun, man. We can do it. We can do it. So why not?
We can do it again too.
you know,
We've gotten much
and
better at it too.
I don't even know
We'll
where
get a
we are in
sound guy.
views.
We'll
If
get
you
a
haven't
sound
seen
guy.
the special, by the way, check out the special. You know, I can never have too little views. You know, if I'm correct, we're only at like 3,500 people. Let's get this shit up. You know, if you want to check out my special on YouTube. You did not see me here tonight, man.
3.6.
So, 3,600. That's dope. You know, but no, you know, like I said, we just put it out. So it is what it is. But maybe one day it might become an underground classic. You never know. You know, you put things out there into the universe and you never know when the universe hears it. Might come back like a message in a bottle, sailing up right when you need it.
In the bottle.
You know? Yeah, man. We got close that day. We worked on that shit for a long time. Right? We put a couple of weeks into that shit, a few weeks into that shit.
We probably put 40 hours into the editing. 40, 50 hours into post-production on yours.
Yeah. We did it.
We did good, bro. Dude, that's a massive project, bro. I mean, other than I had Esco and Colin help with shooting. And Esco did your opener also, right?
Yeah.
I think I chopped it down or something.
I think we only like removed maybe one or two things from it. It was pretty well done, but we did shorten it. It was a little longer.
Yeah, shortened it just a hair. Just took out some shots and I think reordered some things. But I love the opening, bro.
Yeah, it's funny. Everybody wanted me to get rid of the opening, and I'm like, I'm not getting rid of the opening. Why would I get rid of the opening? It was the whole experience of like, this is how I live. That's exactly how I do my shows. I wake up right at the time that I should be there. You know what I'm saying? I jump in the shower. I grab whatever the fuck is laying around to smoke. I want to show a day in the life of what that's how it is, people. That's my rock star life right there. I wake up alone on the couch with my cat. And
finish the beer from last night.
If there's still one there, you know. But that was also during a time when I was drinking. A lot of times I really don't drink. Most of the time I don't drink, but I was doing some drinking that I mean I drink, but you know, whatever.
There are periods where you're drinking.
It's still freezing cold. Look, condensation still on it. No ice. No ice. It's still cold. If this isn't just a beautiful mug, people, if this isn't the mug that you want to drink your coffee out of, you must not want to have a good day. G stands for good. You can't have a good day without a G. Okay? Have your fucking mug. Somebody wrote, what's the significance? Because I posted on my page that the mugs came in, and somebody asked, what's the significance of the mugs? I said, well, it's merchandise for my podcast. It helps to pay for the podcast and put money in my fucking pocket. What the fuck you mean is the significance?
I guess they just didn't know about the show.
I guess not. That's the best when people like inbox me and they be like, hi. And like a lot of times I go, I don't know who's saying hi. And I'm still in a point where I could respond to like most of my fans, I know them. You know what I'm saying? Most of my fans, I probably don't remember their names because, you know, they have tags on this shit. And I'm
but you
terrible
remember
with names,
seeing them.
But I know them. I run into them. I'll see them and be like, what's up?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm walking by and I see them, I'll be like, yo, what's up? And they'll be like, oh shit, G. You know, like I know most, you know, they inbox me and I answer them and we talk back and forth because I'm still at that level where I can, you know, kind of remember people and talk to people. I don't have, you know, that many fans. I just passed like 3,000 on my Instagram. But so every now and then I'll get like, you know, a hi and I'll think it's somebody who came to a show. So, you know, I'll answer back, hey, what's up? Hope all is well or whatever. Then they'll be like, what do you do for a living?
Oh, those are just spam people, probably.
Fucking dumb.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Delete,
spam. Yeah.
Delete, block. It's just dumb. Even if it's a real person, like it's just delete, block. What are you, a fucking idiot? My whole page is nothing but me on a mic telling jokes, says comedy life. And what do you do for a living? Get the fuck out of here.
He sells cars.
I sit around with my finger on the button, waiting for fucking the call, waiting to get the call. I'm the man that gets the call. Fucking dummies.
That'd be a funny character in a movie. The guy gets the call, the man on the button,
the man on the button.
the man on the button.
I want to say, man, I love my new hat.
I'm admiring it from here.
I like it because first of all, a lot of people always come up and go, yeah, Yankees. And I go, it's the Mets. And they're like, oh, but I love the Yankee colors, so you can't beat it. I'm gonna get one, I'm gonna order one in the Pirates colors, black and yellow, to go back to my my Chester the Cheese.
Oh, your Cheetos
shirt.
The Cheetos.
My Cheetos shirt. Yeah, I'm at that point, people. I'm back at the point where I'm buying hats to match my shirts.
Yeah. It is 1998.
Which means I'm doing okay. I'm not at the point where I'm buying sneakers to match my shirts. I'm still on the white on whites because they go with everything.
Right.
But when you see me starting to match my sneakers with like one outfit, when I start buying like one pair of sneakers for one outfit, then the G-Man's doing good. Because I don't really give a fuck about shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really don't care about ensembles. But
unless you have the money.
But if I have money to burn and I'm walking up because I'm always in malls. I never buy shit, but I'm always in malls, especially on the road. Most of the time, that's all these towns have is malls. So you go and you walk around the mall.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll be that dude where I see a pair of like, oh, yo, those are kind of hot. That would go with this outfit I got. I'll still be rocking my white on whites like on the regular, but like when I do shows and shit, I'll throw on some nice fly gear.
I like that. You gotta look good, bro. You gotta look
good, man.
Gotta look good on stage. I myself need a haircut. I'm way overdue.
Dude.
It's crazy, right?
I can't even say nothing, man. What am I gonna say? You got hair. Good for you. Good for you. You got hair. Fucking follicle. Fucking follicle having motherfucker.
Follicle having. You follicle having.
They say that
surviving.
They say that if you could pinch your scalp and it's like that, and you can go like that to your scalp, then that means your hair is going to be there for a while and it's good. It's a good scalp. I tried to do it. I couldn't even.
No?
I couldn't even. You can't get nothing. Look, nothing on my head.
I can't get anything on my head either, bro.
Nothing. See, I don't know how real that is. Maybe they're lying. But supposedly that's a good scalp. Like, look, I can do it everywhere where I get here now. My ears. Yeah, supposedly that's a good scalp. I saw that the other day on something. But then again, I saw it on like TikTok or some shit like that. So, it's, who knows how real the fucking thing is.
It's definitely probably true.
I love the fact that we haven't gotten political at all yet. But with that said, I cannot wait for the midterms. It's coming up this week, dog. Is it Monday?
Tuesday, I think, right?
Tuesday. Listen, I don't trust any of it. You know what I'm saying? But I never did. That's the funny thing. Like people like, deniers. I always felt like they're going to put whoever they want to put in. But this is seeming like maybe, maybe there is some real difference. Because there never was a difference. There never was a real difference. They stood on different sides of issues, but those issues never got changed. You know what I'm saying? Like there's always been people against abortion and for abortion. My attitude was they're never going to change that. I never thought they were going to change that.
Yeah. See, the thing...
I never thought they were going to change that. And they changed it. And now it's like the left has moved so crazy to the left that there's a difference. You can see a difference. Did I bring up the other day what my conspiracy theory was?
No.
All right. So like, here's the thing. I've always been... I didn't trust any of them, right? What did we used to say? Like in our first episode, I was like, look, everybody's worried about the left wing or the right wing. And they're refusing to understand that those are two wings on the same bird. And that the bird, the thumbs are what we have to worry about. You know what I'm saying? And the thumbs is what the bird is what you need to worry about. And I said, it doesn't matter if you go with the left or the right, the agenda keeps going. The bird keeps moving. And that's the way I always felt it was, right? And now you have this dramatic change, this dramatic shift where like the left is, like you even hear the word left and you're like, yeah, that makes sense because they are like bugging with every single thing they're touching. with the economy. The other day, did I send you that thing where the lady said that people never use the word inflation? That it's like that the Republicans got people saying inflation now. That's a word that, you know, obviously has been brainwashed into them because no one's ever used the word inflation. And I'm like, what are you talking about, yo? I've always said inflation was bullshit. To me, inflation is bullshit. People just raising it. There's certain things I can understand the flux, yeah, this is it right here. This shit is insane.
Friends in the media are taking things to the next level by claiming Republicans made up the term inflation to help them win.
The only people I ever hear use the word inflation are journalists and economists, right? So that is not part of the normal lexicon of the way people talk. So it's interesting that Republicans are doing something they don't normally do, right? Which is not use the common tongue, right? Not use just common English to sort of do on their campaigns like they're doing with crime. But what they've done is they've taught people the word inflation, right? Yeah. Most people who would have never used that word ever in their lives are using it now because they've been taught.
The funny thing is, this is coming from the people who taught us disinformation, misinformation.
Yes.
Women could be men.
It's funny. It's just the most hypocritical thing. I didn't understand when you first mentioned it that they made up the word inflation, but she means they're now using terms that are simple terms to get into people's heads. She's like, oh my God, they're using the same tactics as we are now. Oh my God, look at the Republicans. They're doing the same thing we are.
All right, that's not the word that she said. That's not the word that your average person would use. I guess I'm above average, although I'm not surprised. But what word would you use then? What does the average person say when prices are going up? What do they say? What does the average person say?
The nice thing,
they don't use the word inflation. I didn't just learn the word inflation. I've known the word inflation for years, and I've always argued that there's a bunch of shit that doesn't need to have a change in prices. Some things do, but some things really don't. People raise the prices because they go, fuck it. They raise the price, so I'm going to raise the price.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? There's inflation in that store. The dude charges me 50 cents if I use my card on the $5 if I use my card. They only charge him 30. He added inflation to that for no reason. Why? I even said to him, why the extra charge? He goes, oh, well, everyone's doing it. Okay, thank you. Thank you. In fact, now when I go in there, because I don't go in there much, he doesn't charge me the extra 30.
Oh, he doesn't? That's
no.
Cool. Yeah.
No, but I still don't go there.
Yeah.
I only go there like when I have to. When there's nothing else open and I'm like, I'm not getting in the car. I'm going to go there. Fuck it. I swallow my pride. I'm not so prideful that I can't realize I'm beat. You should just tonight I'm beat. You got me tonight. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, what did we say then? If we didn't say inflation, what did we say? Or did we not notice that prices go up? You know what I'm saying? Like, and hypocriticals, they don't care.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care. You got Biden right now. He came out, what was it, 2 days ago?
Yeah.
And gave like a closing speech, right? And he came out and he says some shit about how like we got to accept what's real. Those were his words. He said, you got to accept what's real. You got to live in reality. This is coming from the people that are saying men can have babies. That we have to live in reality. We have to accept the thing. Like if you say that Trump, actually didn't really lose, and that they colluded or did anything against, we're deniers. When the truth is, it's been proven that they did a lot of shiesty shit this election. It's been proven. They changed the laws right off the bat. You know what I'm saying? The mail-in shit was a mess. They kept Biden's computer shit out of the fucking
dude. Wasn't that crazy, bro?
Kept it out of the public square. And there's a word that I learned recently from listening to a bunch of Democrats and Republicans talk now that I'm fucking involved. But they kept that out of the public square because they knew if people found out about that, the whole shit about Russia, they knew was a lie, but they still kept bringing it up. Meanwhile, it's been proven it was a lie. So obviously they wrote an article in New York Times, a very lengthy article about how they rigged the election. They wrote an article about how they rigged the election.
Who, the Democrats?
Yeah. It's in the New York Times. I can't remember what the name of it is. It was written a while ago. I think it was called How We Stole the Election or some shit like that was the title on it. So it's not even something that they even deny, you know.
You want to say hi to Gary? Tina says hello.
Hey,
She says,
I'm working on my speech for y'all wedding.
T, hold on a second. Gary said he's working on the speech for the wedding. Yeah,
I'm working on my toast.
He said it's bold of you to think you're invited.
He invited me. Yeah, I don't want to make y'all argue, but I hope you know I already bought a suit.
Swimsuit? T, you want to shut the door? Yeah. Oh, there you go. Yeah, take the dog can go with you. Scram, Mr. Boots.
Yo.
What
were we just saying? Oh, yeah, I mean, like, that's the funny shit. All the things, they go, these people don't care about life. Aren't you just the one pushing abortion? You know, like, and then they sit there and go, that democracy's over. If you vote for isn't that a democracy? Forget about denying. They denied that Trump ever won the shit. They denied that Bush ever won the shit. They've been denying shit forever.
I know, bro. And it's so funny how, like, when the tables turn every 4 years, it's
just
like,
do they really think that we don't know? Like, they do know there's a thing called even what they're doing with fucking this dude buying Twitter. Who the fuck cares that he bought Twitter? Facebook is owned by a billionaire idiot. Whatchamacallit is owned by doesn't Bezos own one of them? They all own these fucking things, yo. So what's the big deal? What are they afraid of? They're afraid that he's going to allow people with different opinions to go against the narrative that you're pushing. That's what they're afraid of, because they're not talking about removing. And that's the funny thing, too. When you look at Republicans and Democrats, and like I said, I'm still in the middle, and I'll tell you why in a second. But when you look at them, the Republicans ain't trying to shut up the fucking the liberals. You know, they want them to talk, because the more they talk, the more idiotic they look. You know what I'm saying? But they're not trying to shut them up. The Democrats are trying to shut down the Republicans. They don't want them to be heard. They don't want them to be alive in reality, because when you look at all the things they're calling them, and even myself and yourself included, because we don't go with their narrative, we're bunched in, you know, but they're calling us threats to democracy. They're calling us clear and present threats to the country. Those are things that get people killed. You know what I'm saying? Those are the kind of things you say about people that get people killed. That's like spreading a rumor that, you know, in the hood, that somebody is a pedophile, and they're not, but you spread that rumor on them. What do you think is going to happen to that dude? You know what I'm saying? You're saying shit that has very heavy repercussions. What are you smiling about over there? I see you smiling and shit. What are you smiling about?
I'm just looking at, like, so you know how there's like the context, like, things like on like Twitter or Facebook or whatever, like posts that we make, how it'll give context, because what we're saying is, you know, inaccurate or missing context.
Yeah.
You know this? So before.
Yeah, I noticed that now, that whenever we put our shit up.
Yeah, well, that's been going on for a little while, really since COVID. But, you know, on most of the platforms, it's the stuff that leans right that they flag.
Yeah.
Well, now that Musk has bought Twitter, he fired half of the staff and now is leaning everything a little more right of center, right?
Yes.
So the White House tweeted something that said seniors are getting the biggest increase in their Social Security checks in 10 years through President
Interesting
Biden's
that
leadership.
you bring this up.
So the context about it is that the reason that they got the biggest increase is because inflation is higher.
Yes.
Is higher. So they had to give it to them. So they put that context up there and then took it down.
And they took it down. Yeah, because they put it up like they said the biggest ever. And Biden wanted to get credit because he raised Social Security the most it's ever been raised. What they wasn't telling people was that the Social Security is completely linked to the economy and the cost of living. That's what it is, the cost of living, the COL. This is crazy that I know this shit. I hate myself for knowing this shit. but the cost of living. So when the cost of living increases, it automatically increases. The Social Security goes up with inflation. So what they realized was when they put that out, and now you got this dude actually putting out that it's tied to inflation. What he's really saying is inflation is the highest it's ever been. You ready for this? Since they started keeping record.
Yeah.
Okay, people, there's your Biden that everybody wanted. Well, y'all, anybody but Trump. Trump,
listen.
Yo, listen, anyone who knows me knows I was never even a fan of Trump when he was just Trump. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do hip hop. Never mentioned him in my songs. And that's in the 90s when he was very popular. And everybody had making Trump money and all kinds of shit. Trump was always, the black Trump.
Right.
Everybody was saying Trump this. I never gave Trump any props, really.
Yeah, bro, I don't fuck with any of these billionaires, dog.
Yeah, like I never gave him any props. I didn't care. Like I didn't care either way. I didn't hate him. And even when he was president, I always said he's they're able to take what he says and manipulate it very well. So they make him look like the worst speaking president, but then they gave us Biden and he went right by him. Yeah. But
worse in a different way.
But I always said, I bet, because I wasn't into politics, I said, I bet he's not as bad as everybody's making him out to be as far as being the president, as far as making decisions and putting into practice laws or whatever the fuck it is and agendas. I said, I bet he's not as bad as
I feel like it's so hard for us to measure that, though,
right?
You know?
And here's the thing. Oh, no, it's not, dude. It's not hard to measure it. First of all, right off the bat, I said like this.
I mean, if I'm doing good, that's what I measure it by.
That's how I measure it. I measure it by, am I doing all right? Am I able to do what I got to do? Is the people around me doing good? Right. You know what I'm saying? That's how I measure it.
Yeah. That's
right. So that's how that's the first reason why I was like, it's probably not that bad. Because even during the Reagan times, I was making money. So I was like, yo, he's probably doing some good things, right?
Right.
History will show. History will show down the line when people stop talking about him the way they are now and their hearts ain't attached. History will show he was one of the greatest presidents we've ever had. When you look at his record, straight up. I said it, and I'm only saying it because if you look at the facts on your own, you'll see that history will show that. Take away what he said and his tweets and all that shit, and just look at what he did. And where America was and how America was thriving once again.
Bro, can we talk about how many things have changed
in the matter of
2 years? 2.5, 3 years, bro.
In the matter of 2.5 years, yeah.
Bro, seriously, it's coming up. We're coming up to March of 2023, bro.
And everyone wants to blame it on COVID. No, you can't blame it on COVID. You got to blame it on the response to COVID. And the response to COVID was from the Democrats.
Yeah, bro, it was a mix. It was a mix in the beginning.
There was a bunch in the beginning that were with it in the beginning. I personally never bought it, never did. Anyone who knows me, I was like, y'all are bugging, and they're like, people are dying, and I'm like, people are not dying the way they're saying.
As soon as I heard the 2 weeks, bro, we're gonna shut everything down for 2 weeks.
I kept saying up to the point. I kept saying they're not gonna do it. They're not gonna do that shit.
I was like, oh fuck, bro. The casinos, dude. When the casinos closed, I was
never seen a casino close.
Dude. 9/11 is the only other time they closed.
I never seen it because I wasn't out here then. But I'm just saying,
9/11.
never seen it. And
9/11.
And I knew it was bullshit through the whole entire time. I kept saying it. Even now, this is how bad shit is. I'm gonna send something to you right now. This is how bad shit is, right? Check this shit out. And this is what I mean when I say there's people that they're not gonna.
We're pleased to have hold another press conference today because of the events unfolding after the.
All right, I just sent it to you. So I sent it. This is a person who, when I was saying the whole time that it was lies, that they were telling us lies, that you gotta look at around you, look what's going on around you, look at how all your neighbors in your building are still there. Look at how you know what I'm saying? Like, so I sent this to her, right? Go ahead. Play that real quick.
You sent this to somebody? I'm sorry. Do you want to finish?
Yeah, I sent this to the person that I was going back and forth. And when I was saying I didn't believe it, they were like, you're crazy, Gary. Gary, you're crazy. Everybody's dying. You're crazy, right? And I was like, I'm not buying what they're selling. I'm just not seeing that around me. And you're not listening to me. You're not listening to me.
I am listening to you.
You're not. You're not listening to me.
I was listening to you. She just opened the door, bro. The dog. The dog came through. I heard that you're not
Brian, I'm in a good mood today. Don't do it. So I sent that. Play what I sent them. Play what I sent them. Because I want to tell you what their response was.
Pleased to hold another press conference today because of the events unfolding after the committee session of last Monday, when our colleague, who I hope will still be able to join us this morning, asked Pfizer a question, and the answer was really what made the news. Put in a nutshell, the cat is out of the bag. It was a gigantic lie, what they told us, that these vaccines would prevent you catching this virus or would prevent transmission. Well, none of that was true, as it turns out. And based on that lie, all of the mandates, all of the lockdowns, all of the non-pharmaceutical measures as wearing masks, staying at home, curfews, all of that was based on that gigantic lie. And yet, they will not acknowledge it. No, they just go ahead with whatever they want to do with us. I would like to point out a couple of things from the EU Commission's action plan, EU response to COVID-19, preparing for autumn-winter 2023. As you might have guessed, the focus, of course, is still on these hazardous mRNA injections. Well, that's not surprising here. They would like to implement, and we're pleased to have hold another press conference.
I sent that, right? Because I had said, right, when they came out, I said, yo, there's no way they came out, with a cure for that shit. In the time span that they said they was gonna, right? That was my argument. And I said, I'm guaranteeing you they don't work, and I'm guaranteeing you they haven't been tested, right? I'm crazy. I'm nuts. I'm this, I'm that. So I sent this to that person. Do you know they still were like, but it just doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense, because then why is it that they're still mandating it in some places?
Bro, that lady is a member of the European Parliament for Germany. Okay. That lady. I just want to add a layer of credibility to that video. Who was speaking for everyone. Her name is.
Oh no, dude! I've seen that on a bunch of different things too, so I know it's credible.
Yeah, it's just sometimes, bro, with the IG videos.
No, I know,
like
I know.
German
but
subtitles and shit. I just want to
clarify. I've seen this on a couple of different casts and a couple of different news reports and shit like that. So, I mean, at the end of the day, and yet she's still like, yeah, but Gary, nah, there's something wrong with that, because there's still mandates. So why would they start? And I'm like, you don't
get it, dog. They don't. No, they're not connecting the critical dot.
They lied. In fact, they came out and said, and they could flag this or whatever, but this is fucking true, although I don't know what to go to, but they came out and said that they never even ran tests on mice. It was never even tested on mice to see that it fucking cures anything. They just put it out there, man. The minute they said you couldn't sue them, you should have knew, people. You should have knew. The minute they said, listen, we're putting this out there, but no one will be held accountable, you should have knew. Right there. That's when you should have known. You should have known right then. When they said, listen, you can't sue these companies, and they signed that shit into law, whatever they signed, they made whatever, that you couldn't sue these companies. That's right there. I was like, yeah, I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong. You know what I'm saying?
It's really funny, bro. I was just skimming through an article over here from Reuters about the animal testing.
Yeah.
And it basically, the article says that it's claiming that there was false posts, that wasn't true, that they didn't skip. Basically, they say these claims, however, are false. Reuters found no evidence of the 3 COVID-19 vaccines skipping animal trials due to the animals dying or otherwise. They just, It's not that they found proof that they did animal testing. It's that they didn't find proof that they didn't do it.
The proof's in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding. What are you talking about? They didn't. The proof is in the pudding, dog. The fact that you got, what is it, 18 to 30 something year olds dropping fucking dead after taking that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we spoke about 2 documentaries already that are coming out, right? Did we talk about both of them or just one of them?
We talked about both of them, yeah.
Both of them that are coming out. And both of those documentaries are talking about how people just dropping fucking dead. I would not be surprised that at the end of the day, there's going to be more deaths from the fucking vaccination than actual COVID itself. You heard me say it right here. Not to scare everybody who went and got the COVID, thing, whatever, but I would stop getting those boosters. I would stop. They're still trying to mandate that shit. It's proven that it doesn't fucking work. You might as well be taking a shot of fucking heroin. At least you'll get high. Or it'll kill you, and then you ain't got to worry about it.
Can you read that? Can you read that headline, dog?
Dude, flu deaths dropped 97%. 97%. And here's the thing. I had a conversation with another. It's hard for me not to say anything mean. So let me not. I had a conversation with another person when that statistic came out, right? And I said, look at this, 97% drop in deaths related to the flu.
Bro, it went from 22,000 a year to 600. 600. There's 600 honest doctors out there is what that means, bro. 600.
Dude, I said, you honestly don't think there's a correlation between that dropping and COVID rising? You don't think that they're just taking everything? Nah, the reason, you ready for this? You ready for what they told me? And I think we spoke about this, man. I'm not sure, but you ready for what they told me? No, the reason why the flu dropped is because everybody was wearing the masks. So I said, so you're telling me that the cure for the flu has always been around. It's always been around. All we had to do, winter comes, flu season comes, put on the mask. And it would have dropped 98%. We wouldn't have, all those people who died from the flu every single year wouldn't have died. Wow. We really dropped the ball on that one. Right? Think of all the lives we could have saved if we were all just wearing bandanas. Fucking insanity. How much people just don't want to fucking admit that you got had. Just admit it. It's freeing. You're not the only person who's ever gotten had. Okay? I've gotten had. First time I went to buy weed, the motherfucker sold me twigs. It had berries in the fucking bag. It had fucking berries. I didn't even have to question. It wasn't oregano. This motherfucker went. I'll never forget. I was in the Queens Mall. Never forget. I'm 52, and I'll not forget this. I was in the Queens Mall. Just started, dabbling in weed. And usually my friends would be the ones to get it, and we knew our neighborhood. But now we're in the Queens Mall. We don't know our neighborhood, It's not our neighborhood. So we go out. We walk over by the projects, scared, young kids. I must have been like 12, right? And we go to buy, and this kid, I can get you weed. I can get you weed. And he says, give me the money, and I'll go get it for you. And right at the bat, we were a little nervous, but the dude was a little bigger than us. And we were like, fuck it, he's probably going to rob us anyway, because we came in too deep anyway. So we gave him the money. He came back, and he gave us a bag. We took that shit, didn't even look at it, and just jetted. We were scared, first time ever. Got back to the thing. There were berries in it, man. Fucking berries.
He just went over to underneath the tree and scraped up some leaves.
He just went to the bush and grabbed that shit and threw it in a fucking bag. He only had to go get the bag. He didn't have to get the weed. It was already growing all around us. Sometimes you get had. All right. I got a bunch of friends who went out there and played that 3-car Monty shit. And they got had. You know what I'm saying? I've gambled and lost. I've been taken. I've been robbed. It happens to everybody, people. It happens to admit that you've been had. It's freeing. and it's educational. How else will you learn if you keep following the idiots who lied to you?
Yeah.
And that's not to say that Republicans don't lie. That's not. Oh, so here's my thing, right? Here's my thought now. Full circle, right? Let's get back to my thought. How long did it take me to get here? Only an hour and a half. Okay. Here's my thought. What if the left, right, went so far left to make people like me and you start to trust the right? Because the right actually is talking truth and makes sense. You understand what I'm saying? So now we actually pick a side. Now you actually pick a side. Whereas before you were able to roll through the middle and not pick a side. Now it's like you can't help but pick the right. You know what I'm saying? What if it's all just they're all still in it together, man? What if they're all still in it together just to make our guards drop and think we could trust the right?
It's a fair point, bro. I'm not going to discount that, dude. It's a really, really good.
I'm just saying I've never trusted either side, and now I find myself trusting the right.
Can I speak on my theory? I think it's a great theory. What I think is within every class of society, right? Take the hood, for example. You have within the class of people in the projects, there's classes of that class.
Hierarchy.
Right? There's a hierarchy, right? And there's people who have money in the hood and people who don't have money in the hood. I think politics and big business is all the same way. There are guys with big businesses, but there are guys with bigger business and more influence. And then there's more influence and more influence and more influence. And I think at the end of the day, you know, these big business people have their political ideologies, but they're also in this business game also. So that's why I think it gets, you know, fucked up. I think some people are in there, you know, and it's
not some people, dude. The whole
it's all of them. Yeah,
country is being ran right now. Right now, the whole country is being ran by big business.
Well, I mean, dude, it's been like that since what, 1920, whenever we sold out.
Well, that's the problem. When believe it or not, people, you're going to be like, I'm bugging. But when Trump came in, he's the one who changed all that. He's the one who caused the rift where he wasn't letting that shit go down like that no more, yo. He got NATO to up more money. He was like, why are we paying all this? I'm telling you, the dude was a gangster, you know, and he was purposely psycho.
And you know what?
All that shit was purposeful.
Yeah.
You know, that's why, you know, he makes a tweet that says, you know, Kim Jong-un talking shit, just letting you know I got my finger on the button. And he'll write that shit like 4:20 something in the morning. You know what I'm saying? He'll go up there and tweet that shit, just letting you know I got my finger on the button. You know, and he'll say tweet it at like fucking 3:36 in the morning because he don't sleep. This isn't a motherfucker that you could blame it on drugs. He don't do drugs, right? So what do you say if you're John King, whatever the fuck his name is? You sitting there like, yeah, there's a 98% chance he's talking shit. But that 2% chance, will keep a motherfucker in check. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers is walking all over grandpa, yo. You know, they're walking all over grandpa. And I get it. You didn't want the creepy uncle who was grabbing the kids by their crotches. But how are we supposed to know he was just making sure that the right genitalia was with the right person? How are we supposed to know? He was just checking to see if they were still there. You know, it was either the crotch snatcher or the hair sniffer. Y'all chose the hair sniffer. The hair sniffer's daughter got a fucking diary that says she thinks she was molested by her pops.
Dude, okay.
And I think so too.
Bro, let's talk about this too, bro. The laptop, right? The laptop that had pictures of
supposedly he's about to get indicted.
Well, listen, bro, I really don't give a shit
Did you hear that?
About Hunter. Yeah, but I don't really know what's gonna happen with that. I mean, dude, it's a sitting president's son, bro.
Dude, they raided the fucking ex-president's house for shit that every other president did. It's chaos now, dude. Welcome to the kangaroo fucking society that we live in. It's all chaos. You know, that's how it's all going to come. They're all going to eat each other. They're just all going to start ratting on each other. Like, you know, oh, you're going to put my son in jail? Okay, but what about when you did this? And he's going to be like, oh, shit, they're going to put him in jail. He's like, oh, you let them put me in jail? What about when y'all did this? And it's all just they're going to eat each other. And then we'll put them all on a fucking firing squad and just pop them.
You want to read some of Trump's tweets?
Some of the famous ones? Yeah, sure. Why not?
It's just a couple of them. They're like Trump's hilarious tweets.
Let's check them out.
The concept of global warming was created by and for the Chinese in order to make U.S. manufacturing non-competitive.
Here's the thing. Global warming is made up. Whether or not it was made up by the Chinese, I don't know, but there's a good chance it was. Because as you look back on some of this shit, you're like, oh shit, Trump was actually right. They laughed at him when he said that you're gonna give Russia all the power for the fucking energy. And look what's going on now. Everybody's sucking fucking Russia's dick. And why do I know this?
They did it to you, bro.
Up the mouth if you want to do it right, people, because you tend to flinch and you might miss the head. You got
that's the comment. That's the one that.
Let's go with another.
Let's
check out some more. Let's check out some more. This is actually cool, man. Let's check this out. Let's see what we feel about them in hindsight. Okay.
Well, some of these are before he was president.
Yeah, I'm just saying, in hindsight, if Obama resigns from office now, thereby doing a great service to the country, I will give him free lifetime golf at any one of my courses. Wow. Hold on, go back. They had no definitive proof against Tom Brady or the Patriots. If Hillary doesn't have to produce emails, why should Tom?
That was the Deflategate. That was his comment on Deflategate.
Yeah, for the Deflategate shit. Very unfair.
I said, thanks. Many are saying I'm the best 140 character writer in the world. It's easy when it's fun.
Yo. Oh, man. Look, sorry, losers and haters, but my IQ is one of the highest, and you won't know it. Please don't feel so stupid or insecure. It's not your fault. Yo, he was a fucking troll.
Dude.
I love it. I loved it then. I wonder what the times were on the timestamps when those tweets came out.
Like the time?
Yeah, what time of day it was.
The last these haven't been a crazy.
But he has his own shit now.
Yeah, he's got Truth Social. See, the hard part is, bro, like when they start up these other platforms, it's a bunch of just like right-wing kooks, you know, like the far right kookies that get on there, you know? And that's too much for me.
Yeah, I mean, but you know, they could be fun too.
Yeah, of course they're fun. They're all fun, dude. The left kooks are fun too, bro.
And it's funny because like I watch Daily Wire, like that's like my news now, in a sense. Instead of watching news, I watch Daily Wire, right? But here's the thing: I don't agree with everything they're kicking either. Right. But they say it's right wing. It's really not. It's conservative.
I mean,
there is a difference, slight difference, but a difference, which means that they just call it like it is. They tell you what, you know, on the shit, they'll say what they feel about, and they don't all agree even amongst themselves. Like, it's not like there's one agenda they're pushing because they all feel differently.
And they all have their own thing. They all have their own shows and podcasts. And
they all have their own podcasts. So really it's just, they have the freedom to speak.
Yeah.
They don't get, you know.
One was moving into
and a lot of them, like if you look at Michael Knowles and you look at Matt Walsh, they both talk about a lot of the same thing. Whatever you see on the same day, they're going to show the same clip, but they both have different views. They agree on a lot of things, but they disagree on a lot of things when it comes to marriage and when it comes to a lot of things. And when I watch them, and the thing is, when the, you know, what's his name? Michael Knowles goes at the Republicans all the time. Mm-hmm. He calls them squish Republicans. He goes at them all the time for giving into the shit of the right and for not really being a thing of what the values of what you say you're supposed to be. So they both go at both sides. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They don't sit there and just go at liberals. They'll blow the fucking Republicans up too. So that's one thing I like about it. That's why I watch it. But it's also like, I don't agree with everything they say. Mm-hmm. And that's great because that says to me, one, living proof. You could still agree with some things and not agree with other things.
Right. And still be a fan and still
Yeah,
listen.
like I don't agree with them on drugs. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with them completely on drugs because they're like all drugs, but you drink and they drink whiskey. They sit around drinking whiskey. Whiskey's a drug, motherfucker. And it's the worst of the alcohols, man.
It's a strong one.
Yeah, whiskey's the one I black out from. Whiskey blacks me out, so like how you gonna go at me for smoking weed, but whiskey could be drank. You know what I'm saying? So it's like things like that. I sit there and go, all right, hold on, Geronimo. Or when they talk about like, they're all into Halloween. And I'm like, Halloween's an evil fucking holiday. Like you kick Christian shit, Catholic shit all the time on their stuff, which is great. And they're not wrong. And I agree. I'm the same way. Listen, I'll kick Christian stuff. I'll kick not Catholic, but Christian stuff. And still be who I am. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not even judging them on that. I'm just saying like they'll promote fucking Halloween. And they even get people asking them, is it okay to do Halloween? Like, I'm a Christian. Is it okay to do Halloween? The answer is if you're a true Christian, which by true Christian, I mean, you're trying to live up to the actual rules. I'm Christian for lack of a better, I don't know what else to call me. I'm a Christian. I'm a believer of Jesus Christ and I'm a Christian, right? But if you really want to live up to those morals and the actual morals, then where does Halloween play a role in that? It doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
It literally deals with witches, ghosts, goblins.
It's always creeped me out too, bro. My entire life.
That's what it is.
Yeah, my dad don't like that shit either, bro.
You know what I'm
saying? My dad hates that shit.
I mean, listen, I don't care if you like it or don't like it. I mean, if you're an adult and you're getting dressed up, I guess if you need an excuse to get your lady to dress like a slutty cop and you need an excuse, then fine. Yeah, you're going to a Halloween party or some shit, I guess.
Whatever, go off. If you want to have fun, dress up, it's fun.
I'm that dude that you want to get dressed up in your crib anytime you want. You know what I'm saying? I'm more like that. I don't need a reason to be like, yo, put this wig on or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Now,
but
I gotta call myself out, G. I have been not a fan of costumes really at all, and especially on a pet.
Oh, yeah.
But my girl has gotten a couple costumes or sweaters for Mr. Boots.
That are adorable.
It's the most adorable thing you've ever seen in your life, bro. Makes my heart melt.
Yeah, right. And if he didn't like it, he could bite your face.
He loves it too. That's the thing. When you go to put it over his head, he's like wagging his tail and shit. He likes it.
Yeah, so yeah, if the dog likes it, who cares, man?
Yeah.
I'm saying the kids, here's the thing. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like I let my kids trick or treat. I let them trick or treat. I didn't let them get dressed as demons or
What about
anything.
Santa? How did you do with Santa?
I said, Santa ain't buying you shit. He's a make-believe thing that they have for Christmas. I'm your Santa. I let them watch Santa Claus stories.
How old? How old were they?
From the jump.
From the jump. You didn't do that. You didn't do Santa at all.
Santa was like, we watched Here Comes Santa Claus, We watched the Here Comes Santa Claus shit. We watched the Rudolph shit. I wasn't like anti-Santa like I am now, but I just told them straight up that that's a fictional character. You're Puerto Rican. White people are not going to give you nothing for free, not even once a year, unless it's the vaccine.
The Santa thing is such an interesting concept to me, and I think
he's a piece of shit.
I think your take on Santa and its influence on me.
Well, the funny thing is now I'm hearing everybody now coming around. I'm hearing other people with their take, like my take.
You changed my mind. I will say that.
I've been saying this shit about Santa for the last 8 years. 8 years I've been calling Santa out on his bullshit. Now, because people are starting to see shit for what it is, now everybody's starting to realize that, Santa's an asshole. And a lot of the things like you think are the villains, as you look, you realize that, and it also shows that how they can manipulate things because you realize that that's not really the real villain. I was opened up, my eyes were opened up when they did the whole thing about Karate Kid. Right?
What do you mean?
Think about Karate Kid, because in Karate Kid, Danny's the hero, right? And the blonde kid is the villain.
Yeah.
But the truth is, no, Danny's the dick. Danny's the dick. The dude breaks it down on this thing. You ever seen the breakdown where he says this kid was trying to get his life together? Look, put in Karate Kid, Danny the villain, Karate Kid. Put that in. and watch how this dude breaks this shit down. I don't want it to sound like I broke this down, but this dude made me look at shit different. And then that's when I started realizing that you could do that to a lot of these shits. When you look at it, you're like, yo, this person ain't really the fucking villain. This person is the outcast.
Dude, this video's got 15 million views. It's 4 minutes long. Do you want to watch it?
Put it on. It's hysterical. If you haven't seen it, you're going to see it fucking now. It's only 4 minutes of your fucking life, man. You know, the fuck.
Johnny is a high school senior with a commitment to atone for past mistakes and move his life forward in a positive.
When they start talking. There you go.
The Karate Kid is the story of Daniel, a violent sociopath who moves to a California town and begins tormenting a local boy and his friends. Johnny is a high school senior with a commitment to atone for past mistakes and move his life forward in a positive direction.
No, ex-degenerate, man. 8 a.m. tomorrow, I'm a senior. I've got 1 year to make it all work. And that's what I'm gonna do, make it work.
They are destined to meet when Daniel's neighbor invites him to a beach party where he becomes instantly obsessed with Johnny's newly ex-girlfriend, Allie. After a courtship ritual consisting solely of creepy, unbroken eye contact, he approaches her, only to be summarily rebuffed. Johnny arrives to patch things up with Allie, but the discussion becomes heated.
Well, I want to talk to you, all right?
Now, I want to be clear about this. What Johnny is doing is not okay, and he should respect her wish to be left alone. Johnny is, in the end, a flawed hero. But one thing he is definitely not doing is getting violent. Daniel, however, seeing an opportunity to insert himself into Allie's life, chooses to escalate the situation, demanding the return of Allie's radio. Frustrated and heartbroken, Johnny complies with Daniel's request, and in the heat of the moment, pushes him down. Daniel now has the radio, and Allie is still in no danger. Nevertheless, he attacks Johnny, who merely steps aside, allowing Daniel to knock himself to the ground twice.
I didn't do anything!
But when Daniel refuses to let it go, Johnny must use force to end this violent outburst, for the safety of everyone present. So what is Daniel's response to Johnny's non-aggression? Pow! A sucker punch right to the mouth. Johnny defends himself, as is his legal right, and then de-escalates the situation by leaving the scene entirely. The next day in school, Daniel trips while playing sport ball. Rather than accepting that occasional bumps and bruises will happen during playtime, Daniel instead externalizes the blame onto Johnny's friend Bobby and proceeds to ground and pound him, MMA style. A few days later, Daniel attempts to enroll at a karate school, obviously intending to up his game so he can get revenge on Johnny. Put it this way, how would you feel if someone picked a fight with you, lost, and then went out the next day and bought a gun? Well, that's exactly how Johnny feels when Daniel shows up at Cobra Kai, so he decides to send a message. Your violence will not be tolerated, because Johnny knows what can happen when you teach karate to a person with a bad attitude. Months go by, and no one bothers anyone. Clearly, this conflict is over. Until Daniel, unprovoked and for absolutely no reason, drenches Johnny with water in the middle of a school function, ruining his night. To add irony to injury, Johnny was at that very moment sparking up a J, which is just about the least violent thing you can do.
Jesus snagged the bee.
I love you too,
but
bro.
I digress. Daniel has crossed the line this time, and he knows it. After causing a multi-car collision, he flees into the night. There is no telling what further damage this unbalanced and violent individual will do, and once again, it falls on Johnny to contain Daniel's fury. After local busybody, karate master...
You get the gist of it. You know? When you look at it like that, Danny's the dick. And here's the thing. If you watch the Cobra Kai now, he's still the dick.
He is a dick, bro. Yeah,
he's really still the dick. He always was the dick. Mm-hmm. But somehow they made us look at that and look at him as being the bad. I mean, looking at him as being the victim. He's not. He's the one who came from outside into this shit. You understand what I'm saying? So I started looking at everything like that, man. Santa's a dick. The Grinch. Why is the Grinch the bad guy? You know what I'm saying? He was different. They said his heart was 2 sizes too small.
And they made fun of him.
He had some sort of rhythmic problems and shit, man.
They made fun of him for it too, bro. He just needed some fucking Bayer.
All the time. Rudolph, another one.
Yep.
You know, Baby New Year's with his ears. They don't like different people until they need them. Santa's an asshole. Yeah, my kids were taught from the jump. Look, you can watch that stuff. I'm not going to make you like, you know, have the kids going, oh, you don't know who Santa is? I said, and you know, if some kid tells you he believes in him, don't go blowing it up.
Yeah.
You know, that's for their parents to fucking lie to them. You know, but I didn't lie to him, man. I told him, you know, go to bed, put your tooth under the pillow. I'll go over there, sneak in and switch it for money later.
The funniest thing is like Jewish kids.
Straight up, I'll go in and switch it for money later while you're sleeping.
The Jewish kids who like never celebrated it. I always thought, like, when I was young, I was like, oh, it's so weird. They don't like Santa, just don't go to their house. I couldn't get that part. Like, it didn't make sense to me. Because like they would tell you that Santa was this good person and would go to all the kids. I'm like,
what's funny is that
what about the Jews?
Sense. Well, they don't go, they don't celebrate. So he doesn't go to, he knows the Jewish people.
Yeah, that's why that didn't make sense to me. But what still made sense to me was a big fat guy delivering me gifts
all over the world
in one night.
And people believe that, kids, you believe that. And today, if you would have came walking out in your mother's shoes because they were bright and red and you just saw them and you threw them on and came walking out to your mother in her shoes, would have turned you into a girl. They would have said, he's a girl. He's been letting me know at that age. That's the same age that they want to say that kids know their gender at that age, where you believe that there was a, but I mean, I believed it too. I told you one time I found all my gifts in the closet. I told my mother, Mom, why are all my gifts in the closet? She said, Santa, just keep it there so you don't have to carry it on Christmas. And I believed that shit.
You know what it was for me, bro? It was the
I felt like he was going through some hard times. I felt like, all right, it makes sense. He's saving time. He's saving time. Now he just comes to the house and takes it out the closet. He doesn't have to carry it. It answered a question to me on how does he carry it all? Oh, I get it. He probably does that in all the houses. He leaves it in the closets like a dick. And then they wonder why I got bullied.
Yeah.
You know, because I was 13 and I still believe in Santa. You can't believe your parents. You know what I'm saying? Our parents are the first one. You're the first one to fuck your kids up by lying to them, man. Santa's a tough one, too. Like all the other ones, I don't know why, but the kids don't care. You get caught with your hand under the pillow, you're like, go back to sleep, little fucker.
Santa hurts, though, bro.
Santa hurts, dog.
Santa fucks up a lot of kids,
down
bro.
because they go out of their way to keep it alive. You know what I'm saying? It's not just one lie. They go out of their way to keep it alive. Like when you get caught with your hand under the pillow, you're not sitting there going, oh, I'm sorry. The tooth fairy called me and said she couldn't make it. So I took over and did it for her.
Dude, but then...
you're just like, all right, I'm the tooth fairy.
But then the naughty and nice list too, bro. There's also the extra layer of getting tricked, into doing stuff for something that was a lie. So there's that layer too, bro. That's a completely different layer of
and you could get that same
trauma.
result. You could get that same result if they knew at 12 years old you could kill them. Full circle.
You know
what I'm saying? You could get that same result without lying to them about Santa saying, listen, if you're not a good kid, you know, Santa won't buy you gifts. No, instead you say, listen, if you're not a good kid, when you turn 12 years old.
So I got to talk to Tina about this after the show. She's either going to agree with us or I'm going to have to stop doing the show.
Oh, what, on this stance that I have? Listen, it's just an idea, people. I don't claim to know the answers. You know, in fact, I know one thing I do know is that I know nothing. So you heard it here first. If anybody ever said to you, yo, that was wrong, what he said, well, guess what? That's what I expected. I'm not surprised I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's like foolishness.
Oh, man, gee. Oh, boy.
I tried to stay away from politics, people. I tried. I managed to do it for a couple of seconds.
No, dude, we had a good half episode. Well, we had like one whole episode. We had 2 episodes really today. We had the before politics, and then we had the after politics. We only touched it, bro. Maybe a half hour. We were talking about politics. Maybe.
I don't know. I don't care. It always pops up in some sort of shape or fashion. Yeah. But oh yeah, and then I saw a video the other day. I think I sent it to you with that little girl fucking dancing with the little boy in that party. I don't even want to show it. I don't want to show it. It's, to me, it looked like child porn. That's what it looked like. You know, remember with the little kids, fucking the little girl was like fucking popping it on the little boy. They had to be like 3 years old. It was fucking horrible. And the parents were all fucking encouraging it. Why are you encouraging your little 3-year-old daughter to pop on a little boy? You fucking sick fuck. Ugh.
Yeah, I'm not gonna put it on.
People are upsetting. you know. But I like to believe that people are genuinely good.
For the most
I know my
part.
listeners are. Not to say y'all not deranged. I'm sure y'all are deranged, but I'm sure your heart is good. And that's what really matters, man.
Oh man,
You know.
oh my god, dude, I have so many messages.
From who?
And just friends and other people and shit like that.
On what, emails?
Just fucking Instagram and
email is the
text
worst way to
messaging.
get in touch with me. I have missed out on so many opportunities because of emails, man. Opportunities. Like there was a couple of like movie roles, not big movies. I didn't miss
Why
out
don't
on
you
like
get an
nothing of a
agent, bro?
lifetime.
Does it work like that? Can you like hire an agent, or they have to like
Yeah, let's
hire
go get
you?
an agent.
Is that what happens? Do you have to?
I don't know. I don't know, dude. I don't know these things. You know, the only thing I know is like when I did music, and music was like my whole shit was like a movie. You know what I'm saying? Like we didn't run out to get nobody. We did a show. A dude came up to us, said he wanted to manage us. You know, we said all right. I had a friend in the record place. I bought one of our live tapes in there. The dude heard it. He said, "Yo, we love you, dudes." Everything just fell into place. That was the first thing we did. Actually, I just went to the record company and gave a cassette. That's what I did.
Sample, a demo, yeah.
No, it was a live recording, horrible sound. We just put a cassette player and recorded us live. It wasn't even like running through the channels or anything.
Okay.
It was just a recording of our live show. We did and it was our first live show ever, and it was a recording of it. And we just brought it over there, and we were like, "Listen, the sound is horrible, but listen to and
tell us what you think." Yeah.
And they said we want to put you in the studio and hear your shit, clear. And then right after they did that, we did another show, and that's where we met our manager. And the dude, wanted to manage us. And we were like, that's pretty dope because we got a label that's kind of talking to us. And then someone from one of my boys' friends wrote an article in the college paper. And then that was it. After that article, everything just blew up. And then everything was given to us, the lawyers, they gave us 3 lawyers to go meet, and we picked the lawyer we wanted.
I got you.
It was all like, yeah, everything else was just given to us, man. Publishing, they came to us. We signed with, I think, BMI and Sony. We was with Sony Publishing. So, like, that shit was just all bought to me, because at first I had the manager, But, yeah, man, I need someone who loves me like I love me to manage me. And I don't mean like, on a physical tip. I mean like loves the way my mind thinks, the way I love the way my mind thinks, and believes in me like that. And we can talk, and it's good with business. Shit, I don't give a fuck. I'll give you 15 fucking %. You know what I'm saying? 100% of nothing is nothing. I'd rather have 85% of something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, but I'm doing all right. I'm at the point now where I'm buying hats to match my shirts.
We need to get you on the shoes to match the hat, and then the car to match the shoes.
I told Eleanor, man, we need to link up and be that power couple.
Bro.
For society. So, that's what we put out there.
You better stop playing, G. Yo, you better stop playing, boy.
I told her that. I said,
don't be playing with me, G.
I said, we need to tell everybody we're the power couple. They wouldn't be able to stop us.
What did you have to say about that? You making?
She said, let's do it. She said, let's do it.
She's funny, bro.
Let's take this fucking place over. She's
funny.
A beast, dude. Eleanor's a beast. Big up to you, Eleanor. And like I said, nothing but nice things to say about you.
Appreciate that.
Because I saw that you was working with Brian on another podcast. He started laughing.
Oh man,
Brian's the man, yo.
Thanks, bro. I try to.
That's why I fucks with you.
I try to be a handsome little face, and good with people.
Try less and you'll do better. Look at Mama making her appearance. My little baby.
Yeah,
she looks so little.
Yeah, she's shrinking.
No, she just looks like she lost a lot of hair, but she's getting it back.
She lost a lot of hair or air?
Yeah, hair.
Hair.
When the dog was here, she lost like a lot on her stomach and on the front of her legs. Like you could see her knees.
Stressed out.
And And it takes a while to grow back, and it doesn't help that she keeps licking herself, and she got that fucking tongue that just rips her hair out. So it's like it's taking a while to grow back. I feel bad. That's my baby.
Yeah, I was
She's been chilling tough for me too. I've been working out again, dog. Like solid for like 2 weeks.
I was gonna say, you look good, bro. You look good. You seem
guns
stronger.
Is fucking, yeah, son. Look at them fucking guns, dog. Look at that shit, man.
I see your cheeks look more muscular.
Yeah, dude. I'm telling you, I've been working out like a solid 2 weeks now, and it's quick. Like if I stay doing it every day, oh, she's throwing up. What's coming up? Hairball, hairball, hairball. Oh, wasn't a hairball. And she always does 2. Here's the second one.
I heard it, bro.
Yeah, she always does 2. And you want to know what sucks? I just used my last paper towel, which means now I gotta go fucking wreck a towel.
I hate doing that. And you throw it away, right? You gotta throw it away.
I throw it away. Yeah,
I throw it
away.
I
get towels every time I go to a hotel.
You get new towels?
Always leave with a regular towel and a hand towel for my car. Right? I mean, I don't need no more here because I've gotten so many that my whole shit is filled. So I started leaving in my car, and I got like 40 fucking towels in my car. And I always take the toilet paper. Fuck it, you pay for it. I take the toilet paper. Like I leave the one on the roll, unless it's brand new on the roll. Then it comes off the roll and comes on with me. You know what I'm saying? Because those are the things I forget. You know what I'm saying? Like those are the things where like I'll buy a 4-pack of toilet paper, but I'll forget to go buy more, and then I'll go like this, and the last piece comes off, and I go, oh shit, you know, I got extra in my fucking bag because I always take toilet paper, always take the tissue to blow my nose. It's the only time I got tissue because I took it from the fucking hotel. You know, when I'm on tour, I come back with boxes of tissues. I take everything.
Is that when you know it's time to go on tour again, when you're out of tissues?
Yeah, well, yeah. And I've been out of tissues for a minute. But I got some things coming up, man. So if you're not following me, follow me, man, at Gary G. Garcia on Instagram and Facebook, and you'll see my upcoming shows. I got something coming up in Philly, the 19th, the 20th. I'll be out, and I think, is it South Carolina, Tarboro, North Carolina, I think. Tarboro. I'll be out there on the 24th, the day before 23rd, I think, the day before Thanksgiving. So my Tarboro people, I'm gonna be out there Thanksgiving weekend with Zach Pickett and Ray Vasquez. It's called Comedy Life Without Parole night with us three. A night of comedy with Gary G. Garcia and my boys. Get your tickets on Eventbrite. Follow me fucking on Instagram, Facebook, all that shit. And check out when I'm playing. I'm coming back here. I got some shows coming up. You know, there's the mugs. Don't forget to grab your mugs. All right. And listen, people, if you're like me and you enjoy, you know, smoking a nice blunt or you know, just puffing on some good weed and you're in Astoria, go check out my boys over at Apollo Buds on Crescent Street and Astoria Boulevard. Apollo Buzz is one of the hottest fucking spots out there with great weed. I smoke it. I love it. It makes me feel like I'm in high school again. I want to cut out of school just to go home and smoke a blunt. It's fucking awesome. And if you do that with your chick, when you're done, you bust out your game of XXX Playground and get a little game going to that. Boom, 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 boom. Nothing goes better with a little high than a little fucking, let's give it a try. Roll the dice, get fist deep in the one you love. Check out XXX Playground at XXXplayground.com. And if you want to see me do what I do out here in Atlantic City, then check out acjokes.com. Don't go there just to check out me. They got a whole lineup of comedians, man. It's guaranteed to be someone you like. Look at that. Tonight we got Mike Merck on the 8 o'clock show, I think it is. And I'm headlining the 10 o'clock show. I hate that picture, man. I've been telling him to change that picture. But go check out acjokes.com for all your comedy needs in Atlantic City.
And if you want to get a cool Rated G mug to drink your morning espresso, or maybe you just picked up a deuce of fucking Bud Ice and you just don't want to feel like that big of a piece of shit, and you want to have it in something. So maybe the kids or the neighbors don't see that you're drinking at 10 o'clock in the morning on a Monday. Put it in the Rated G cup. We don't care what's in it, but you can go get it at enditwasgood.net/shop to find Rated G mugs. There's all sorts of cool t-shirts and other cool stuff and videos on the page. Shout out to my boy Jay Witt.
I've got scotch in here.
Hennigan's, no smell, no tell, scotch.
Hennigan, because he does the song, right? I forgot that shit.
Hennigan's, the no smell,
no smell, no tell scotch. That's what I have in here, man. Grab your Rated G. Look how it glimmers. I fucking love this. Guys, I want to thank you for hanging out with us, man. I felt like today was fun. I was in a good mood. My spirits are up a little bit. I hope your spirits are up. I hope your weekend was great. And I hope your week is even better, man. Every day could be the best day of your life, so give it a shot. You never know. Don't call it out yet, man. That shit happens in a second. Thanks for listening, man.
Peace.